Welcome back to Rebuilding Astroworld. This is Swag, and today we are looking at the Western Junction. We're going to do a couple of big buildings, just rough drafts. I've really got to get a move on in shaping the park and coming back and doing the final drafts of these buildings later on. It's the give and take of building a park like this. You want to do details, you want to finish it right, but honestly, with the overall shape of the area, it's going to be tough to finish these buildings, and even looking at buildings that I thought I was happy with earlier on, I'm no longer happy with. So it's just like, just build rough drafts, get the area filled with stuff, and you can build the rest later, and detail later, and structure later. So yeah, let's keep on going in the Western Junction area. I kind of want to figure out what I'm going to do with this elevated area right here. It feels odd now that I did this elevated area on this side, but I think I have an idea for something over here. Let's see what we get. Okay, so I built a small bridge, sort of like a American-style steel bridge. Maybe they use these bridges elsewhere. I'm just calling it American-style because it's in Western Junction. I used this design on a previous entry, The Destiny of Calfu. Let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in seeing previously built parks, and we can go through them with the creator's mind. But I do like how you walk up the stairs and then you cross a bridge, and I'll probably have either a plaza or a building at this level, because there's got to be a reason it elevates. It can't just be elevated for no reason, let's say. So maybe eatery with a back deck that overlooks the water. I do like how I've extended the water. It's going to give a little bit more variation to the terrain, so I like that idea. This is not in the real park, but hey, we got some freedoms, right? So, like what we did over here, and yeah, leave in the comments if you want to see some of my older builds to see where I'm getting some of the inspiration for these buildings from, or rides, etc. And yeah, let's continue. I think I want to at least give shape to one of these larger buildings back here. This is supposed to be a theater. I think there's like an old-timey animatronic show in this building. Who knows what we'll do with it. Maybe just like put food spots in it, or a transportation ride or something to keep people happy in this area. We'll find out. you just watched me speed through this building. I think it's going to be cool to have sort of an upper area for maybe people eating, and then on the backside is where the theater might be. I do think it needs to be a pretty large building, but that means we got to build the rest of the area around it. You don't just have like a small area and then a park goes. We're going to build something massive here. There's usually a reason for that building to be there, and the park was shaped around that building itself. I just wanted to put this as a placeholder. I think the color is good. I think the size is solid, maybe a bit too big. This is another theater, or I think it maybe was like a big pool where they had dolphins. Honestly, I don't know. I'd have to go look at the map and remember why it's there, but there's supposed to be a little bit of a backstage space between these buildings, and then it like kind of pushes back into this area. So yeah, for now, this is what I mean when I need rough drafts. I need just stuff to block sight lines. So I'm like, okay, the train goes behind this building, and then how are we going to make the path right here connect to this area? That's what I really need to do. I really need to do that. I can't just spend 2 hours on one building and then be like, okay, what is this going to do with the rest of the park? Yeah, dude. Okay. The next thing I wanted to do, since I think it's pretty simple, is this stage back here. This is an amphitheater where they'd host concerts at the end of the day. So I'm going to build something super simple, and yeah, that's what we're going to do next. This by no means is the finished state of the theater, or the amphitheater, but it gives me the shape, and then I put some foliage to mimic what it looks like in real life, just to show like sightline blockers and stuff like that. And then I did a little bit of a roof over here for what I believe is where they might store the trains. Honestly, I watched the train ride, and it kind of drives by here, and there might be a permanent train display in here. I don't know. But I did this, and then you also saw me build these vertical supports. Dude, I cannot figure out how to make the stinking supports here. It is not working very well. I might have to think about some alternative options, maybe changing the ride type or something else. I love the ride. I think it's classic. Just not too happy with the supports, and that really does hurt my creative thoughts on this area. But overall, I think we're giving a lot more permanence to the park. You know, throwing a building here, throwing this amphitheater back here. This is like, it's flat, but they have seats. I'm not sure how it worked. The pictures online aren't too easy to see. They're all super small pictures from far away. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple more buildings back here that I didn't notice on the first go around. But we'll just go ahead and keep on building. We might keep on building. I'm going to go ahead and edit a little bit to see how long this episode is. And we might have to put a vote to what area I'm going into next. So we've done a generalized area for the Western Junction. We've done the boardwalk area. And we've done the entry plaza, or Main Street Americana. And that leaves the kids area / Bohemian area. This is actually like Looney Tunes land, and this is Bohemian, but I'm imagining the original park probably had this full Bohemian, and they got your like mountains back here. And then we have the fairground aesthetic, We have the Spanish, Mexican, I guess you could call it Latin area. You've got a small little, which is not what you would call it nowadays, but it was Oriental area. You can just call it like Asian-inspired theming, and then you have your castle theming. So I believe the things that we're going to vote on, because we want to connect it, it's going to be the castle theming, the fairground, the European. Those are going to be the 3 choices. So if you're not already on there, go to DKMP. I have it in the comments, or oh man, why am I blinking? The description of the video. Join down there. I like to put the votes up on there so that people can get involved with what area we want to move into, and that will help decide what we build in the future. So I will go see the editing to see if we got more to build, and you might have a time lapse after this outro, but honestly, if I don't have the outro, just please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. This Western Junction really has taken shape. I think it's something for us to do to move into a new area of the park and get some more themes going on. So yeah, thanks for watching episode, what is this, 27? Holy crap. We might have to do a recap episode in the near future. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.